Students, please note we have another 1 minute to go live. I hope all of you are back to your places and we shall begin. Especially anchors, I hope you're alert and ready.
Akash, we are live.
Yeah, we are live now. Vaishnavi, you can begin in another 10 seconds. Thank you.
Good evening, Namaste. We welcome you all to Nagar's Budding Technologist event 2023.
We feel privileged to extend a warm welcome to all those who have joined here for this event. I'm Abhishek, and with me, I have my friend Vaishnavi, and we shall be your hosts for today.
As nature says, if your day is hemmed in with prayer, it is less likely to get unraveled. So, before we commence, may I call upon Gayatri Krishna R of Naini to lead us in prayer.
As the deer panted for the water, so my soul longs after thee. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. You alone strength, my shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. You're my friend and you are my brother, even though you are a king. I love you more than any other, so much more than anything. You alone are my strength, my shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee.
Now, we'd like to take a minute or two to emphasize on the importance of STEM-based transformative technology education.
STEM education is a teaching and learning approach that is a unique combination of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. To be precise, STEM education primarily focuses on hands-on and problem-based learning methodology. STEM emphasizes developing logical and critical thinking skills by allowing students to learn and understand things from the perspective of the real world. STEM education equips students with the skills that are required to succeed in their respective careers, whether it be in jobs, entrepreneurship, etc.
STEM education focuses on building habits that will help children throughout their lives, from critical thinking skills, problem solving, and creative thinking to computation and interpersonal skills. They learn how to apply all of these to their daily life for building a better world around them. We want to thank our school, Nagar, for realizing the importance of STEM-based transformative technology education. We also want to take this opportunity and express our gratitude towards school teachers and Hownwhy mentors for helping us create a bright future for ourselves.
We have a special video clip curated showcasing our innovative time with our mentors during our classroom sessions at our school, tinkering with different technologies and exploring new domains.
Now, may I call upon Akash sir from Hownwhy Education to address the judges, students, parents, school authorities, and our audience watching us live.
Thank you so much, Abhishek. A very good evening to one and all present here and those watching us live over YouTube as well. I take immense pleasure once again welcoming you all to the event. The wonderful occasion of Nagar Budding Technologist 2023, Day 2. Thank you very much. It really does mean a lot that you've joined us live. According to the World Economic Forum, 1 billion jobs in the future are going to be replaced by technology. What that essentially means is more than 1/3 of the jobs that we see today humans doing would be replaced and performed by machines, robots, and computers. Therefore, it's essential more than ever for us to equip our students, the voice and light of tomorrow, with technology. And I'm so glad that Nagar, as one of the leading schools in the nation, realizes the importance of transformative technology education. I want to take this moment and express my gratitude towards Reverend Father Sebastian Sir, the principal of Nagar School, Mr. Tom Sir, Arya ma'am, and Surendra ma'am for being the constant source of support to all of us at Hownwhy. As mentors, it has been nothing less than a wonderful ride working with Nagar's young, ambitious mind. Over the course of past few months, we've had the pleasure of training them on various technological domains, including AI, biotechnology, robotics, coding, animation, to name a few. Today, being the day 2 of the event, we are honoring the remaining 9 of our 18 finalist groups as they showcase their innovative and research-based project. The theme of this year's project is research, and the next year we hope to have the theme as innovation and creativity. It's also my privilege to welcome our judging panelists for today, Mr. Arumal Sir joining us from Netherlands, Mr. Ravichandran Sir joining us from Chennai, India, and Ms. Afandi joining us again from Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you so much, judges, for joining us. I'd like to take a moment and introduce all of the judges to you. Mr. Arumal hails from Kerala and has a background in mechanical engineering. He has a PhD in computational modeling of turbulent flames from Eindhoven University of Technology in the Netherlands. Currently, he's working on the design of photolithography systems. He has completed his bachelor's and master's in MG University and IIT Bombay. His interests are photography, literature, geopolitics, and social justice. And it really does mean a lot, Mr. Arumal, that you've joined us today. Thank you so much for joining us. Next up, thank you so much. Next up, we have Ravichandran Sir. Ravichandran Sir, with a teaching and administrative career extending over 42 years, has a vast and varied academic experience from different types of schools associated with CBSE, states, and British boards. He's experiencing in setting up customized school curriculum for different levels of schools and the training to the teachers to be fully conversant on the process, objectives, and the end result help many schools to develop frontline curriculums. As a teacher, trainer, active with international agencies, Tata, Harvard, Discovery Education, Training Magazine, TED, Google Education, Microsoft Educators, to name a few. Thank you so much, Mr. Ravichandran sir, for taking time and joining us. It really does mean a lot to us. Lastly, we have Ms. Afandi, who has joined us again for day 2. Ms. Afandi, I just want to let you know that the students are fans of yours, and thank you so much. Ms. Afandi is a multi-award-winning innovator, mentor, and educator in computer science. A recent innovation that has been recognized in Africa was in the legal field, where she developed an automated system for vote counting in Kenya using blockchain and AI. In a role at STEAM Labs Africa, she has worked with students from the age of 4 to 18 to transform education using STEAM experiences in the real world. It's a pleasure to have you, Mr. Fandi. Thank you so much for joining us again for day 2. With that said, I want to once again wish all the young minds of today who are going to be the superstars of tomorrow. I really want to wish you all the best for your projects. You've already made all of us very proud, and I'm sure we are all in for a good time. So over to you, students. Thank you so much. Over to the anchors.
Thank you, sir, for addressing everyone with your words of welcome. As per the announcement made yesterday, we shall continue our quiz contest today. We shall have the rest of the 3 questions of the series of 6 questions asked today during the course of the event. Please take note that this will be a continuation to the series of 6 questions that was initiated yesterday. The participant who answers all the questions will be rewarded with a special gift voucher. So, we request you to stay tuned. The winner of the quiz contest will be announced at the end of the event today. And now, it's finally time to celebrate Nagar's young prodigies who have been working hard and smart over the last couple of months to bring their projects and prototypes to life. Let's together stimulate our senses for these little champs who are going to be the future and voice of tomorrow. As pioneers, we have a dynamic duo, Mohammad Nihat M and Abhishek V. Nair of grade 9A, who love working with and learning about electronics as a field and are keen on being on the cutting edge of technology. Over to you guys.
Good evening, everyone present here. So, sir, could you, Nihat? Yes. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone present here.
I'm Abhishek from a team of 2, including Nihat and myself. Okay. So, what we are doing is we are using RFID technology to help set our timetable. For some students, making their timetable may be a bit of a difficult task. But with this device, it makes it easier to know if they are misplaced or missed any books, and also helps to monitor pending works or homeworks. So moving on to the presentation. I'll be handing it over to Nihat.
Nihat, you're on mute if you're trying to speak. Can you please unmute yourself?
So it's fine. I'll continue.
Yes, please.
Okay. On a busy day, on a busy school week, me may be in a hurry and might miss or misplace some books. Or the teacher might even give you a work or an assignment, and you might have forgotten that too. Another thing is that academic starters have a tough time making their timetable and might have confusion with this. Our works might even get sent through online platforms like WhatsApp, and we might get distracted and take a detour to other apps like Instagram or Snapchat. So here are the solutions we worked up for that. This device works in coalition with an app to monitor timetable, pending works, homeworks, due assignments, etc. The device contains a red-green light and also a buzzer, which tells us if we put in the wrong book. If we put in the wrong book, the red light shows and the buzzer starts buzzing. If we have not put in the wrong book, the light stays green for about 3 seconds. In the future, a speaker can also be added, so it can read you the assignments and homeworks, and you don't need to take your phone as you might get distracted. Nihad, you're muted.
Nihad, are you able to unmute yourself? Abhishek, you can take it up.
Yes. Some other uses for this technology is that it's also used in various other fields, some being the security field. In some big buildings or hotels, RFID key cards are used for security. It is also used in medical fields for monitoring equipment, patients, or especially in mental hospitals. Libraries also use this technology for fast shelving and circulation functions. So this is the prototype. The prototype comprises of a red and green light, buzzer, RFID sensor, Arduino Nano, and jumper wires all put together in a red box, 3D printed using the 3D printer in our ATL lab, present at our school. It works by scanning a card or a sticker put inside a book and allowing or denying access according to our timetable. So this is how it works. As you can see, as we put the right book, it authorizes access. The main components used are Arduino Nano, RFID RC522, RFID card, buzzer. So what is Arduino Nano? Now, Arduino Nano is a small, complete, and breadboard-friendly board based on the ATmega328. The ATmega328 is a high-performance 8-bit microcontroller. RFID RC522. It is a highly integrated card reader which works on a non-contact 13.56 MHz communication. An RFID card, it uses radio waves to transmit signals that activate the tag. Once activated, the tag sends a wave back to the antenna where it is translated into data. The transponder is in the tag itself. This is our circuit diagram for the project. So our future plans with this project are: an app is going to be built in the future which shows your timetable, pending works, missing books, homeworks, which is going to be used in coalition to schools. The teacher could submit any assignments or homeworks there in case we forget it, and it can be also announced through the speaker too. If the app is built like that, parents of little children can use this app to see their children's assigned works, and the students can check this app daily to also see updates of their works. In conclusion, I feel like this project can be really effective and efficient when used in conjunction with the school. It can really help a lot of students save time and become much more efficient with this process. That's all. Thank you.
Over to you, judges, for the feedback.
Over to you, Mr. Aramal.
Yeah, so really nice work, Mohammed and Abhishek. So I have a question about how the RFID relates to marking the pending works and assigning works and so on. I understand you can find a book or like you can identify a book, but how do you recognize that there's a work pending related to this RFID? That was not clear to me.
So the RFID technology is not related to the pending works. The pending works are going to be submitted by a teacher onto the app, which is going to be used for this device. RFID is used for monitoring our timetable.
Okay, so is the main device the app?
No, they're both used.
Okay. Yeah, that's clear. Thanks.
Over to you, Ravichandran, sir. So you're on mute, I'm sorry.
A very good attempt, I should say, and nice to hear the students being so good. At the same time, see, there are softwares which are aligned with this, which make, say, normal school timetables and things like that. So, how far this has been much upgraded from those basic softwares which you normally find? How is it different? Like,
Um, softwares like that found on Play Store. I've tried some, and it can, if you put in your timetable, it'll remind you on a notification. But this device reminds you on the, it uses lights and buzzers, so you don't need to check your phones. And as I said, a speaker can also be added, which tells you this, so you don't need to check your phone.
good. That's I appreciate that. Fine.
Thank you, Ravichandran sir. Over to you, Mr. Fandy.
I mentioned yesterday that I have specialized in Internet of Things. So things to do with sensors, actuators, and microcontrollers really excite me. This was just brilliant. I love the whole process that you took us through when you were doing your presentation, when you started with talking about the problem statement and your solution, then bringing us to understand the technologies that you've used, breaking down what an Arduino Nano is, the different devices you've used. It's just amazing. Maybe when you're doing your research, or maybe when you're doing your presentations, if you were to present this again, you could maybe explain to us how important using such devices are, instead of just minimizing it to the specific devices that you're using. Maybe you could mention why using sensors and actuators in different fields are important and how it can help improve the environment that we are in. But I just love the idea. Good job, guys, and well done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fandy. Over to the anchors.
Thank you, ma'am.
That was a fantastic project, team. Keep it up. Let us all give them a big round of applause. Audience, it is time for the fourth quiz question. The same should have appeared in the YouTube chat. You are requested to submit the Google form within the next 2 minutes, post which the form will be closed. All the best.
To proceed further, we now have Rishi Raj, Shikha Nair, Devika Sunil S, Madhu Shalini B, Surya Devan, and Karthik Narayanan H of grade 8G. These folks are known for their computational thinking and are deeply passionate about drone technology. Over to you, team.
Good evening to one and all present here. I'm Shikha Nair, here to talk about our presentation, Drones, with my teammates Surya Devan, Devika, Karthik, Madhushalini, and Rishi Raj. Our table of contents are as follows. What is a drone? What are the different applications of drone? What are the different movements of a drone? And what are the different movements of a drone and how does it work?
What is a drone? A drone is a flying robot. So basically it is a robot that can be remotely controlled or fired automatically using software controlled flight. It can be also known as UAV. You can see some pictures of drones are given below. Yes, next we are going to tell about different types of drone. We have mainly mentioned 4 different types of drone. The first one is fixed wing drone. This type of drones are used for area mapping and power line inspection. The trade of these drones are large area coverage and flight speed. And the next one is multi-rotor drone. These drones are mainly used for taking pictures and for capturing videos. The quality of these drones are easy to use, good stability and control. And the next one is fixed wing hybrid VTOL. This is used for delivery purposes. And the last but not the least, single rotor drone. These drones are mainly used in agriculture field. The quality of these drones are long endurance, heavy payload capability.
The other novelty drones are combat drones, tactical drones, reconnaissance drones, and micro drones.
Parts of a drone. Flight controller. The flight controller is the brain of the aircraft. It's a circuit board with a range of sensors that dictate movement of the drone as well as user commands. Using this data, it then controls the speed of the motors to make the craft move as instructed. ESC, electronic speed controllers, are devices that allow drone flight controllers to control and adjust the speed of the aircraft's electric motors. A signal from the flight controller causes the ESC to raise or lower the voltage to the motor as required, thus changing the speed of the propeller. Propellers of a drone. The drone propeller is like the fan of the drone. It's the blade that spins and creates lift and thrust. It's usually mounted on the motors of the drone and spins really fast. To the motor, it's like the wing of a bird.
Next is about the motors. Motors converts electricity to mechanical energy for the lift, and also it spins the propellers. The motors determine flight performance and stability of the drone. Next is about the battery. Battery is an essential component for providing power to all parts of the drones. The battery life determines flight time and performance of the drone.
Next is about the different drone sensors. The types of sensors are barometer, accelerometer, gyro sensor, and magnetic sensor. Accelerometer is a device that measures the vibration and can detect frequency and intensity. It is also used to determine position and orientation of the drone in flight. An accelerometer in a drone measures acceleration forces to determine pitch, roll, and yaw.
Next is about the barometer. The barometer of a drone provides alternate information at the point at which the drone is flying in the sky. It's a key component for the overall flight stability of the drone and also ensures safe and consistent flight operations. Next is the gyro sensor or the gyroscope, which is an essential component in drone flight control system. It works with the accelerometer for providing orientation and movement of data. It helps in maintaining the stability and control of the drone during its flight and also ensures smooth and safe operations.
Next, it's about the magnetic sensor. Magnetic sensors play an important role in drone navigation and obstacle avoidance. They help the drone determine its heading and location related to a reference point, such as magnetic north, as well as detect other magnetic fields, such as those generated by metal objects.
Next is about the movements of a drone. A drone has mainly 4 different movements, namely throttle, pitch, roll, and yaw. Throttle helps the drone move up and down. While moving up, all the 4 propellers of the drone moves at high speed. Next is pitch. Pitch helps the drone move forwards and backwards. While moving forwards, the 2 propellers at the back move at high speed, and while moving backwards, the 2 propellers at the front moves at high speed. Next is roll. Roll helps the drone move left and right. While moving left, the 2 propellers at the right move at high speed, and while moving right, the 2 propellers at the left move at high speed. Next is yaw. Yaw helps the drone rotate left and right. While rotating left, the 2 right diagonal propellers move at a high speed, and while rotating right, the 2 left diagonal propellers move at high speed.
Next is about the applications of the drones. Drones have found numerous applications in various fields. Here is a list of some of the most popular drones applications. First and foremost, agriculture industry. Drones are used to survey large farmlands, monitor crop health, and spray pesticides. Secondly, it is used in the photography and videography industry. Drones equipped with cameras are used for aerial photography and videography, for movie making, real estate, and other commercial purposes. It's also used in the delivery industry. Drones are used for delivering packages, supplies, especially in remote or hard-to-reach areas. The main advantage of applications of drone is that search and rescue operations can be done using drones. Drones equipped with cameras and sensors are used to locate missing persons, especially in disaster-stricken areas. Lastly, defense. Drones are used for various defense applications, including surveillance, target acquisition, and strike operations. That's all, and thank you.
May I request the judges to give their feedback?
Over to you, Mr. Fandi.
I love this project. I love how you presented it. Your slides were very well detailed. I also love the small animations you guys were doing. I just have a question, but then there's no right or wrong answer. I am aware that this is also your first time interacting with such technologies. So I would just want to figure out the magnetic sensor. I realize it has kind of similar functions to an ultrasonic sensor. Only the difference is the magnetic sensor senses magnetic fields and metallic objects. So I was wondering, can the drone work with an ultrasonic sensor instead of a magnetic sensor? That is, if any of you knows what an ultrasonic sensor is, or if you've interacted with it. If you've not, it's okay. I will not choose this question to judge. I'm just using it because I also wanted to make us a drone, and I don't have a magnetic sensor. I just have an ultrasonic. So that's why I'm asking the question.
Anyone?
It's also used for obstacle avoidance. So that's the main point.
Right. So the question here, students, is that, can you use ultrasonic sensor instead? Is that an option?
Yes, an ultrasonic sensor can also be used, but we have not really dealt with an ultrasonic sensor. So that's why we used magnetic sensor.
All right.
Okay, that's fine. Because I know they both do object avoidance. Yeah, that's why I was asking, but thank you so much for answering me. And I really loved how you were very detailed in your project. You guys have done quite good research and you've just done an amazing job. Congratulations and good job.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Fandi. Over to you, Mr. Arumal.
Really nice to see your review of drones and this in-depth investigation into different kinds of drones and its working. And I'm curious, like, would you consider in future to build your own drone, and what purpose would you prefer it to be?
Students, did you understand the question?
No, so can you please repeat it?
Yeah, the question
So
is, yeah, I'm sorry. Please go ahead, Mr. Arumal. Yeah.
So I was wondering if, as a next step, would you consider building a drone yourself?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If you have the necessary and supplies and all, we can build a drone.
And do you have an interest in mind, like what should be the application for this drone?
So I think search and rescue, because it will be very helpful in this, to make and rescue other peoples in mainly disaster-stricken areas. You might know, sir, in the last few years we had in Kerala many disasters were there, like floods and landslides. So in the future coming disasters, it can be helped to save other people.
Really nice to hear that.
Thank you, Rishi. Over to you, Ravichandran, sir.
This is a good presentation, really good. And I have 3 points, whether you have gone into that, I just want to check with you. One is the radar detection of these flying objects, because it's a very low flying object, number one. Secondly, the battery power. The battery power, can you convert it into solar? Have you thought of it, or have you worked on it? Third is the control. So these days, drones are used for delivering money in remote areas, in hill stations, especially in very remote places where pensioners can't come to a town and collect their money, so they even do it. So there's a lot of usage of drone from the normal cave usage, or maybe food use, distribution, pest and things like that. So these 3 points, one is radar, one is battery, third is control. Can somebody control your drone, and how do you avoid that? I just want you to think about it. Think later, and then we can let this know. Thank you. Really good.
Thank you so much, Ravichandran.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Over to the anchors.
The project was indeed brilliant and thoughtful. Team Drone Technology.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yes, yes.
With us, we have Vargas' father here. Father Vargas, are you there?
Yeah, I am here. I am here.
Father Vargas has joined us. He's the head father of ethnic institutes. Ethnic institutes have many schools across India and other countries. Nice to have you, Father. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you so much.
Father, please meet Father Sebastian. He is the principal of Christ Nagar School.
Yeah. Hi,
Yeah.
Father. Hi, Father Sebastian.
Yeah, good evening, Father.
Good evening. Good evening. It's nice to see you all, especially conducting such a wonderful program and for a platform for our students to expose their talents, especially in the field of technology. And it's amazing to see, and especially I appreciate Ajay and the team for conducting such a program or arranging such a wonderful program, and also Father Sebastian for giving such an opportunity to have such programs in our schools, especially in your schools. And it's my privilege to appreciate you all. Thank you. Thanks. My special appreciation to all students for participating and exhibiting their wonderful talents, especially in the field of technology.
Thank you so much, August Father. It really means a lot. Thank you for your kind words.
Yeah.
All right, students, over to the anchors. We can proceed with the following topic.
Your project was indeed brilliant and thoughtful, Team Drone Technology. Let us give them a big hand.
Our next group loves the idea of how a chatbot created using AI can help in proactive customer support and increase business revenue. Let us welcome S. Aditya Mohan, Alvin S. Stanley, Ananda Krishnan, Prayag S., Jazir Nihal of Grade 8F to present their project.
You may begin, team. Thank you.
Sir, tumor is there.
Yeah, don't worry. You can get started.
Okay, sir.
Good evening, respected teachers and my dear friends. I, as Jasir Nihar of Class 8F with a small team called Celestial Dragon. I shall call up my teammates Aditya Mohan, Arvind Stanley, Prayak Mitra, and Ananda Krishnan. So, what do you mean by artificial intelligence? AI, artificial intelligence, is a technology that helps machines do tasks that usually needs human intelligence. It can recognize speech and make decisions by analyzing data and finding patterns. AI has various types, including rule-based system, machine learning, and deep learning, which allows machine to learn and improve their performance over time. AI has the ability to transform industry like healthcare and transportation. So what do you mean by chatbot? Chatbot are computer programs that communicate with humans through messaging apps or website. They use natural language processing and machine learning to understanding and respond to user queries. Chatbot can be designed to perform specific functions or provide a range of service, making them versatile tools for business. They can reduce the workload of human staff and improve efficiency by providing personalized assistance to users. Chatbot can be developed on different platforms, including messaging apps and mobile apps.
Okay, what is AI chatbot? AI chatbots are computerized program that uses AI and NLP to talk to humans. They learn from interactions and offers for a personalization experience. Its chatbot have many users such as customer support, sales, and marketing. They can answer any questions and make recommendations. AI chatbots can transfer how business interact with customers, providing efficient and personalized support at scale. They are a cost-effective solution, reducing workload and improving customer satisfaction. AI chatbots are a powerful tool for business to improve customer engagement. What is the history of AI chatbot? AI chatbots have been around since the mid-20th century when the computer scientists first started exploring the idea of creating machines that can simulate human intelligence. Eliza was one of the first chatbots developed in 1960s. to mimic human conversations. Over time, natural language processing and machine learning techniques have been developed to improve chatbots' capability. Siri released released by Apple in 2011 was a significant development in AI chatbots as it used machine learning to understand and respond to user queries. Since then, chatbots have become more common and useful in various industries.
What is the inputs used in an AI chatbot? Inputs are information provided by the user to an AI chatbot to trigger a response or action. They can be text messages, voice commands, or button clicks. The chatbot uses NLP and machine learning to understand the user's intent and extract relevant information. After processing the input, the chatbot can provide a response or take an action, such as answering questions or making recommendations. Inputs are crucial for chatbots to function and allow natural and interactive interactions between users and chatbot. What are the outputs received from an AI chatbot? The outputs received from an AI chatbot typically include the bot's response to an user's input. The output can take many forms depending on specific application and use case. Some examples are text output, voice output, actions, images, and videos. The specific output received from an AI chatbot depends on the bot's programming and user's input.
What are the uses of AI chatbot? An AI chatbot are used for a wide range of purposes, including customer service, information, relative, and entertainment. In many sectors, AI chatbot is used in food delivery apps such as Swiggy, and personal assistant apps such as Google Assistant, and voice assistant apps such as Alexa. What are the limitations of AI chatbot? An AI chatbot have limitations such as difficulties understanding context and nuances in human language, as well as generating response that can sometimes seem nonsensical and approximate.
What is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is a large language model developed by OpenAI. It has been trained on a massive amount of text data to understand natural language and generate human-like responses to a wide variety of questions and prompts. Its primary purpose is to assist and communicate with users through text-based conversions. It, it, it can answer questions, provide information, make suggestions, and even engage in casual chit-chats. Its ability are constantly evolving as it continues to learn from the interactions it has with users. Who created ChatGPT? ChatGPT was created by OpenAI and artificial intelligence research laboratory consisting of leading experts in machine learning and computer science. OpenAI was founded in 2015 by a group of tech luminaries, including Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Greg Brockman. The goal of OpenAI is to create a safe and beneficial AI system that can improve human lives in a variety of ways. ChatGPT is just one of many projects that OpenAI has undertaken in process of this goal.
So we come to a conclusion. We hope that this gave you necessary information about AI chatbots, artificial intelligence, and ChatGPT, and so on. This presentation was made by our team. Without them, I wouldn't be able to make this wonderful PPT. Thank you and have a nice day. And we have our prototype that I will show you in a second.
Judges, we request you for your feedback.
Just a second, Vaishnavi. He's showing the prototype. Is there any issue, Aditya?
No, sir, I'm sharing my screen on my mobile because I made that prototype in mobile.
Okay, no worries. Take your time. Yeah. Aditya, if you're having problems, we can ask you to share it at the end. There is no problem.
Okay, sir.
All right, no worries. Over to the anchor. Judges, if you can give your feedback maybe right now. Over to you, Ravichandran, sir.
Yeah, that's a good presentation, I believe, and because chatbot is a lot of utility services these days everywhere. As you said, Alexa or so. I just have only one thing to raise here. One is you said in one of your slides that it goes for voice or languages, means written words, voice, and images. You said. I like to understand, or I want you to ponder over one thing. So when you make a Google search, you type words there, and can you insert images in a chatbot and then get it? Is it
No,
working?
sir. Like in some chatbots it will send us images if we ask any questions.
Like which chatbot recognizes images?
It will in further future. It
Okay,
can be.
that's very good. I understand that. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditya. Over to you, Mr. Aramal.
Yeah, really nice to see the study that you have done on chatbots and their functionality and limitations. So regarding chatbots that continuously learns from the users, what are the drawbacks that you see there? For example, it can be trained to have a very negative worldview, or whatever you feed the information, then it learns from you. So would you find it as a problem, and how can they change
Sir,
it?
because it will do its best to search anything that we ask. So if it has technically difficulties, it will ask us, what are you exactly asking? So it will understand what we are asking it, and it will clarify. That's how it's understanding what the user is asking. Like for example, in ChatGPT, it will ask, it will have if it have technical difficulties, it will ask us.
Sure. And I'm really curious to see your demo of the chatbot. Nice work.
Thank you, sir.
Over to you, Mr. Fandi.
Nice work, team. I have two questions. One question and a comment. How did you come up with the team name Celestial Dragons?
At first, we didn't came with a team name for a fun. I made that name as Celestial Dragon because I'm an anime fan. In that, I heard a name, so I gave that name.
Okay, yeah, it sounds very anime-like. My comment is I'm very happy to see that even when you were explaining the applications, you went beyond just talking about the theoretical applications of chatbots, and you actually mentioned like ChatGPT, which is a trend that is being used now. It's really good to see that you're also in line with the trends, because it would be very out of line if you're just presenting something that you don't understand what is currently happening right now. So that's good. I love the presentation. You guys have done a good job and well done. I hope I'll get to see your demonstration at the end of the session. I'm really excited for that as well.
Thank you, ma'am.
Definitely. Good job, team. Do not fret. We will surely have a showcase of your chatbot at the end of the project. These technical glitches are sometimes beyond our control, so don't worry about that. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Over to the anchors.
It was an interesting chatbot, team. Thank you. Let's all give them a big hand.
Moving on, we have Rogita Nair M, Nandita Raj, Jaslyn Jacob, Arjun L. Dev, Shirshak Srijit, and Shreyas R. Pillai of grade 8J, who realized the many benefits of home automation system and how it boosts safety, convenience, control, comfort, and energy savings. Over to you, team.
A wonderful good morning to one and all who are present here. Myself, Rohita, and I'm here to give a few words about our project. So, our plan with our project, being Safe Smart Systems, is to keep our homes safe, secure, and more comfortable by using one of the modest technology, which is Bluetooth, and it can be connected through our phones.
So, home automation is the basic motive of our project. Smartphones are the new place and they have made our life easier than ever. They are portable and are always in our pocket. This portability of
Sorry
smartphones
to
has
interrupt, Shirshak. I think the screen has stopped sharing. Can somebody share the screen again?
I'm extremely sorry. I lost my internet connection. I'll just share it again.
No worries. Otherwise, the mentors can. Okay, all right. Go ahead. Go ahead. You can continue, team.
So these are the topics which we are going to be covering in this session. So we are a team of 6, and these are our team members.
So, home automation is the basic motive of our project. Briefing our project view. Smartphones are the new place and they have made our life easier than ever. They are portable and are always in our pocket. This portability of smartphones has led the marketers and the designers to develop services and solutions around the mobile phone. These are apps to shop online, do banking, and trade stocks and uncountable day-to-day tasks. And how can automation systems remain isolated from the mobile phone?
So, in this project, a home automation system is designed which can be controlled by any smartphones. The automation system connects with the smartphones through Bluetooth. The smartphones send control signals to switch on home automation through an Android app by using Bluetooth interface.
Robbery is yet a threat to human life. My neighbor and their family made a vacation trip to some European countries. Their house stood always different from the neighboring houses, for they had trees, rain watchdogs, the gates are controlled using remotes, and huge walls, which actually made even peeping into the house were different. But quite surprisingly, a very smart robber made his way to the house, handling the remote gates and the high security doors. The owner of the house had so much of valuables, money, and gold inside the house. Even when he was away from home, as soon as the robber got inside, the owner got intimated about that, and he checked all the movements of the robber. The owner was so patient to give enough time for the robber to hunt and rob, making the last episode quite surprising for the robber. The owner had a very confidential hidden device in a corner of his house, which no one could notice, and this Bluetooth had the unique mechanism to lock the entire doors of the house. And any person who trespassed without the owner's permission would be locked inside. And that's the situation of the robber. Meantime, the cops arrived, and finally the robber was caught.
Currently, our project is in a prototype state, and we have only one prototype working right now, and it is on the latest slides currently.
So first the Bluetooth module is connected to Arduino and then it is connected with the relay module. When the Bluetooth module sends the signal through microwaves, it can be connected with the home appliances such as AC, light, fan, etc. through an application which can be installed through our mobile phones or other devices. For prototype, we used an app called Arduino Home.
So this is the code created for our project. So serial USB is directly connected to the computer, and the application Maker Lab is used to code. And we use the app called Arduino Home Automation to connect with the Bluetooth module. So we would be able to see the codes in Arduino, and the output sent to our phone or device can be changed from the numericals to simple commands like light on or light off. So we have set our application to get connected with 3 appliances, which is a light, an AC, and a fan. So the codes used for each of the 3 appliances to on and off repeatedly are as follows. So for the light, we use the numbers 97 and 98, and for the AC, we use 99 and 100, and for the fan, we use 101 and 102.
This is the current prototype we have right now, which is a light, which can be turned on and off through the home automation app we have right now.
So this is just a video of our working prototype. So this is the block diagram of our project. And yes, so first the Bluetooth module is connected to Arduino, and then it is connected with the relay module. And when the Bluetooth module sends the signal through microwaves, it can be connected with the home appliances such as AC, light, fan, etc. through an application which can be easily installed from mobile phones or other devices as well. So for our prototype, we mainly used an app called Arduino Home Automation. So this is how it works.
Pros of having smart devices in your home. It basically helps homeowners to reduce the damage in their homes. Okay. The biggest advantage is that you could manage all your smart devices from one place. Further proven merits of having smart home devices installed. According to the study conducted by Smiljanik Stasha, the following findings were made from homes that use automation technology to control the devices in their home. By using smart home devices, 57% of users in US said that these devices save time every day. It saves 50% of energy, and it also ensures our safety and peace of mind, making our worries about turning off the ironing machine and stoves remotely possible. Cons of having smart devices in your home. They are slower compared to other wireless technology like Wi-Fi. They have a small data range of up to 50 meters. They still have some security issues when data is transferred.
Bluetooth uses microwave, which is one part of the electromagnetic spectrum. Once you plug your Arduino board into a power source, the LED on the Bluetooth module will blink fast until they have connected to the phone. After they have connected, the LED will blink slowly, indicating the two have paired.
As mentioned earlier, home automation system is a system that utilizes electronic devices to automate household tasks, activities, and appliances. Our initiator's purpose is to use cutting-edge technology to give every family with a pleasant, safe, and secure living environment. Our project is one of the most exciting things we have ever done. Wish to thank you for giving us this amazing opportunity to design, develop, and present it to you. We suppose this could add more colors in the future. Thank you.
Judges, your feedback, please.
Over to you, Mr. Aramal.
Really nice work, team, and I am impressed by the thoroughness of your study and that you managed to get a working prototype. So my question is, you focused mainly on Bluetooth signals or Bluetooth sensors, and is it possible to join hands with your fellow classmates or the team that worked with RFIDs? Can it work with the home systems, smart home?
Possibly, yes. We will try to.
Is it something like you can work together and maybe see what you can do together and improve on both investigations that you're doing independently? So it's always nicer when you can collaborate with other teams and come up with something that works even better for both of you. So
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aramal. Over to you, Mr. Fandy.
I love the idea generally. I was completely impressed with the research that you have done, going all the way to quote and cite the papers and maybe the research sources that you've gotten your content from. That was really amazing. I was just completely impressed by that. Also, just to connect with what Mr. Aramal has said, you can also find a way to bring in the chatbot to connect IoT and AI to make things more advanced. But generally, I'm just completely impressed. You guys have done a very good job and well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fandi. Over to you, Ravichandran, sir.
Yeah, that's a good presentation, and the program what you have written in a simple language, I really appreciate that. And since the home automation goes in one single program, it's really good. And can you control all the equipments at one chip? Let's say your washing machine, your fridge, your other things can all be under one chip, or you need different types of chip functioning. Just think about it. Not now, can think about it and do it later. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Over to the anchors.
That was amazing, Team Home Automation. Let's all clap for them.
Audience, it is now time for the fifth question of the series. Like before, we believe the Google form is now available in the YouTube chat. Time is ticking and you have 2 minutes to submit your answers. Next up, we have Adityan A, Jessica Clement, Aparna Benji, Archana B. Ajit, Nidha Jayakumar, Zahran Hashi of Grade 9 Edge, who are known for their exceptional creativity and communication skills. They realize how the art of animation, when thoughtfully used, can create smooth transitions between plot lines and scenes and propels a tale ahead by increasing viewers' emotional involvement, making it the backbone of a story. Over to you, team.
You can get started.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone. I'm the Pakshir of Class 9H. Today, me and my friends will be presenting a PPT briefly based on animation. Now, exactly, what is animation? Animation isn't just a moving visual image. The simulation of movement created by a series of pictures actually animation. But how it actually works is a bit more complicated than we think it is. Before we get to the various types of animated motion pictures, let's go deep into this concept. History of animation. The history of animation goes beyond the history of film. Before the Oscars CGI blockbusters, early animators found a way to create animated movies without today's equipment. J. Stuart Blatton's The Enchanted Drawing, which used to be a live action actor, props, and stop motion techniques to create 2-minute comedy silence. Walt Disney's short film Steamboat Willie marked the first time an awarded animated film was actually scored.
Mainly they are 2D animation, 3D animation, and stop motion animation. Animation is great.
Adityan, I'm sorry to interrupt. Your voice is a little feeble. Can you be a little loud, please? Or can you hold mic closer to your mouth? I think it's a little better.
So types of animation. There are various types of animations. Mainly they are 2D animation, 3D animation, and stop motion animation. 2D animation. 2D animation is created with 2D images such as backgrounds and objects to create an illusion of life.
Adityan, can you try plugging off your earphones and then try and speak, because we are not able to hear you very clearly. Sorry? Okay, you continue. You continue.
Where each frame is drawn by hand or be done through animation softwares. It is used in websites, applications, video games, but it's mainly for entertainment. Examples for movies.
For 3D animation, the objects or models are built on the computer monitor, and these figures are made to move or animated through a series of processes. These include rigging, a technique used in skeletal animation, which involves the addition of a series of interconnected bones to a 3D model in order to better define its range of movements, as well as the use of keyframes, which are markers used in 3D animation primarily to define the start and end points of an action in an animation sequence. Animators use a wide range of tools for 3D animation. These include motion graphics as well as 3D modeling software such as Blender, Houdini, and SketchUp. A few examples of successful 3D animated movies are Tangled, the Ice Age series, and How to Train Your Dragon.
Now, here is an example for 3D animation.
Stop motion. Stop motion is an animation filmmaking technique in which objects are physically manipulated in small increments between individually photographed frames so that they appear to exhibit independent motion or change when the series of frames is played back. This means that this is the animation that is captured one frame at a time with physical objects that are moved between the frames. When you play back the sequence of images rapidly, it creates the illusion of movement. Some of the examples of the best stop motion animated films are A Grand Day Out, which was created in the year 1990. The characters of this animated short film are made just using plasticine clay, but these physical objects are made to move between every single frame per second, and this is how we see a moving animation.
It's no secret that animation plays an important role in the film industry. This can be seen in the fact that a number of the major blockbuster films released over the course of the past animation to good use. Filmmakers incorporate animation into their movies through a variety of ways, which ultimately aid them in the process of visual storytelling. These include special effects as well as CGI. Special effects are illusions which of a given storyline. They are used in various films to film situations that would otherwise be too dangerous to film on set. Imagery is the use of computer graphics in films and various types of media. It is used to insert a variety of scenarios, which ultimately makes the scene come alive. It is used widely in the entertainment industry as it is much cheaper than sculpting detailed miniatures or hiring extras for crowd.
Animation with time has got a good hold over movies, television, ads, etc. There are certain skills required to achieve well in the industry, such as artistic skills, computer animation skills, and soft skills. Several job opportunities that can be attained from the field are game developing, graphic designing, animator, web designing, and storyboard artist. An average salary of an animator is around 3.3 lakhs per year, and within an experience of 4 to 5 years, an animator could earn up to 5 lakhs per year. Industries that use animations are marketing industries, gaming industries, education industries, architecture industries, etc. Several companies that use animation is Pixar Animations, Paramount Animations, Walt Disney Animations, and many other animated movies. In conclusion to the slide, I would say animation is a lucrative as well as an exciting profession for the youngsters.
Now let's talk about different types of animation softwares. There are a lot of types of softwares used for animation. One of them are Blender. It's a free open source animating program which is used for visual effects, 3D printing models, and video games.
Although there are many methods of animation, the degree of difficulty always depends only upon the skill of the user concerned. As of late, 3D animated movies have been dominating the animated film industry. And the entertainment business has embraced animation as a crucial component. Everything from animated films to everyday advertisements include animation. The future of animation looks bright as the industry has come a long way thanks to its advanced technology and better practices. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I hope everyone's enjoying their day. Thank you so much for having your time to listen to our PPT. Thank you.
Judges, your feedback, please.
Over to you, Ravichandran sir.
Yeah, this is really good because it's my favorite subject, animations, and more than animations, what I would like to point out here is the film Lion King you are talking about, which was done as an animation in 1990s and later in the 2020, which came there the first day when it was released in 20. I wanted to see it and I saw it on the day, and the difference what they had in the 90s and the same Lion King movie. Hell of a difference they brought. That's one thing. How did it happen? I want you to just go into these different stages of animation, especially that movie clip you showed. Secondly, in education industry, there is something called simulations, which is now taking over, which is more advanced than animations, like PHET simulation site. If you see, there is a site called PHET. It's one of a very good simulation site I use for my classroom usage because this has a very good amount of simulations for the classroom, especially for teaching math or science or call it whatever. That's a very good thing. So I would like you to ponder more into what is simulation, how it is much more advanced than the animations, right? And animations are definitely very useful in classrooms, but then simulations are highly classified these days. And thanks for showing the Lion King movie, the first part. I would like you to see the last one, which is a really wonderful thing anybody could create. This is my favorite thing because I always like this. Like a child, I keep on seeing it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ravichandran sir. Over to you, Mr. Arumal.
Yeah, quite an interesting topic. I appreciate your effort to go through the history and even the practical applications of animation and how you can find a career in animation, and very good examples. And have you heard about augmented reality or virtual reality? And I'm curious, like, do you know if animation can also be contributing to these fields?
Anyone? Akshara or Aparna?
I will give an example. Like you have these Google Lens or the different apps where you can see like characters around you through your phone or virtual reality goggles. So there are also newer technologies that incorporate animation that are coming up. So you could also look into these aspects that are under development.
Jessica, were you saying something?
The animation software Blender actually is used for game development, virtual reality, and things like that. I've done research on it.
Okay, nice to hear that.
Thank you, Jessica. Over to you, Mr. Fandi.
This was very interesting to just listen to, because I love animation so much. It was so nice seeing that when you're using examples, even the images you were using were of some of the animations, some of my favorite animations. I could see you had put like Big Hero 6 was there, Lion King. The Lion King is my favorite animation ever. So it was so nice seeing that you're able to identify these things as well. Apart from that, I also love the fact that you actually identify the careers in animation, because these are things animation has not been considered a very important area of careers in technology, or just generally because of the arts aspect. We tend to push away the arts aspect in careers and just focus on the other STEM part. But it's nice that you've actually mentioned the art, that these career opportunities, several career opportunities in animation, which means that we should also focus on the arts part and not just forget it and push it aside. You've done a good job. I also love the teamwork that you've put together. Well done.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fandy. Over to the anchors.
That was indeed a creative animation clip. Kudos to your team. Let's all give them a thundering applause.
To proceed further, we now have Ben Hurleo and Abhinav Krishna A of 8A, who are massive tech enthusiasts and are very keen on using AI for the welfare of mankind.
Hello everybody, I'm Abhinav Krishna and he's Ben Hurleo, and we are presenting a project on teachable machines. Registering attendance in schools and organizations is very hard. It needs labor, time consuming, and so on. So we have come up with a solution for it, which is a face recognition AI, which will register attendance automatically if you show a face to it.
The component used in this face recognition system are two LEDs, one green and one red LED, Sandbox, which is a development software, we used PictoBlock, and a camera and one internet connection. The working mechanism of this face recognition AI is when we show a face to the to the webcam, it will take a photo of it and send it to the AI to process. Then the AI processes this image and tells if there is a difference or not, and registers the attendance in the database.
Setup to add much photos to database of the pictures, which is used by the AI to compare our photos. We should take a set of photos from different perspectives and upload it to the cloud. We must take more photos of more persons to add more persons' ID to the cloud.
This is the process in which we add the photos. First, gather the samples. Then, train your model. Then, test and read. If you show a face to the camera, it will recognize us and put out a value. We can use that value to register the attendance. The other applications of this are we can make some minor changes to it and use scenarios like to unlock digital appliances, to correct exam papers, and to identify materials. Identifying materials is a very keen opportunity for this project, because identifying synthetic fibers and natural fibers are difficult.
It's hand-free, it needs less labor, it's more efficient, and it conserves paper because the attendance manually is marked in paper, and it will revolutionize authentication. The cons are it's less accurate, but it can be fixed in later versions, like the stable version. Hard to set up first time. We need a large amount of photos and a large database to start this project. Somebody can find a bug and exploit it. needs a large amount of data. As I told earlier, it needs a larger database and needs more photos to be more accurate.
Our future plan is to make this database larger so it can compare more photos and thus making it more accurate. Fix its bugs. It have one major bug in the system is it cannot differentiate between a photo and a face. We would like to fix that bug. Make some improvements so it can be used in various scenarios and make it a good product to consumers. Thank you. This is the end of the project.
Over to the judges. Mr. Aromal, over to you.
Yeah, this is quite an impressive work. I want to clarify if this is what you have demonstrated is your own model.
Students, are you there? Did you understand the question?
Yes, sir.
No, sir, I didn't understand.
The question is the model that you just showed, right? The video that you just showed. Mr. Aramal is trying to ask you if you have developed your own model and trained your own model. Have you used the teachable machine to do it yourself?
We have trained a model, but that video is not ours.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that. So, are you trying to recognize faces, or are you trying to recognize faces and objects and emotions?
We are trying to recognize faces.
Okay. So, where do you want to apply this? I saw that you want to use it in teaching.
Yes, sir. We intend to use this project in teaching so that taking attendance could be more easier and efficient way.
Okay, clear. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aramal. Over to you, Ravichandran, sir.
Yeah, it's very impressive, and I'm very happy to hear the name of a student here, Ben-Hur, which reminds me of an old movie called Ben-Hur for the late 80s or 70s maybe. I just have one thing. See, fingerprint identification, that program which runs behind fingerprinting, and they use a fingerprint, and now facial identification, two things. So the third thing is in identifying books in a library, we have a barcoding, or objects in a store, a barcoding thing. So three programs. One goes on barcoding, one is a facial thing, third is a fingerprint. How do you see the connections between this? Just think about it. It takes time to do that. Thank you.
Okay, sir. We will think about that, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben-Hur. Over to you, Mr. Fandi.
I love your project. I love how you've been able to contextualize it in an environment that you're able, and as well as your peers are able to relate in. That's the school environment. It tends to be easy to understand a technology when you contextualize it in an aspect that we can all understand, rather than using something that is completely out of context. I just wish when you were presenting your project, you could have maybe broken down the different stages of the machine learning and AI as well. Apart from just mentioning gathering examples, training, maybe you could mention what they do when you gather examples, what that process is called and why is it necessary, the training process as well, what does it do, why is it necessary, how do you do it, and the finalization part as well. But generally, I love the fact that you've been able to contextualize it, and also your presentation was really good. Good job.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fandi. Over to the anchors.
Your project was indeed brilliant and thoughtful, team. Let us give them a big hand.
Anchors, just a second before you proceed. We had been informed and we had been given prior information from Mr. Aramal that he has a hard stop after 1.5 hours. As he's based out of the Netherlands, it's time for him to leave due to some important meetings that he has. So Before we leave, we cannot let him go like that. So, Mr. Arumal, you've been here with us throughout, and thank you so much for joining us once again. Before you leave, if you could please address the students, the school authorities, and every bit and anyone watching us over live YouTube. Over to you, Mr. Arumal.
So thanks a lot for this opportunity to evaluate the projects of these brilliant students. I'm really happy that the school and Hownwhy are organizing this training and coming up with such ventures. It's great to see that also you have these diverse topics, everything from animation to drones to AI and sensors. And I see that this is really promising for your future, and also to develop a high level overview of current world technologies. So this is a very dynamic scenario. Maybe in a few years, you will see a whole lot of new technologies emerging. So you have to you have to stay on the edge and keep updating yourselves, and also have a social conscience for how these projects can be impacted and how you can make it for the good of the society. And so mainly when you focus more on technology, often people fall short on understanding how these things can be applied and what are the problems you're trying to solve. So I congratulate all the participants, and thanks to the teachers and the organizers once again. And yeah, it was great to see you all. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ramal. It really does mean a lot. And I really appreciate you pointing out a very important and a crucial point that yes, technology is a two-edged sword. It's on us how we use it. It can be used as a blessing as well as a curse. So it's a very good point for all students and for us also to keep in mind. Thank you, Mr. Ramal. Thank you so much.
Also, thanks to the fellow judges. It was really insightful to hear you and hear your views on these projects. So really nice to meet you all. See you again some other time.
Nice meeting you as well.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Over to the anchors, we may continue.
Thank you, sir. Next up, we have Abhinav SR, Manuka S, Arya JJ, Alana Gauri, Breeze A, and Anaka Jean of grade 8C, who are known for their creative skills and have built an intriguing educational website.
Good evening, everyone. We, the students of 8C, is presenting our project, Website Development. Now, I'm going to introduce our team members. Myself, Arya JJ, Alana Gauri Breeze, Abhinav SR, Mayuga S, and Anaka G. Introduction. What is website development? So, website development, also known as web development, refers to tasks that are associated with creating or building and maintaining websites and web applications that run on an online browser. One of the major advantages of having a website is that it is accessible to everyone in everywhere, anytime. Even during non-business hours, also customers can access your website and avail your services or get the information that they need, which is one of the key elements in the importance of a website in business. And also, it may also include web design, web programming, database management, etc. Types of websites. Personal websites are the worldwide web pages created by an individual to contain content of personal nature rather than content pertaining to a company, organization, or an institution. Business or corporate website. Internet site which presents a company, an institution, or an organization to all its audience and not only to its customers or users. E-commerce website. It is the one that allows people to buy and sell physical goods, services, and digital products through the internet. An educational website. It is a huge interactive platform to present various information for different types of people. A non-profit website. It is one that is not driven by profit, but by dedication to a given cause that is the target of all income beyond what it takes to run the organization. A government website. It is a landing place where citizens can learn about the government's history, its organizational values, its codes of ethics, and information about elected officials and other public servants. And last, news websites. These are the sites devoted to delivering the news in a different format rather than using television, print, or radio. Website development process. The different types of website development process are planning and research, design and layout, content creation, development using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, etc., testing and launching, maintenance and updates. Website design
The best practices of website design are user-centered design, mobile responsiveness, simple and clean design, fast loading speed, and search engine optimization or SEO. There are various website development technologies: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, CMS or content management system, database, and server. We need to know how to choose the right platform for our website. Managed hosting. It is an IT provisioning model in which a service provider leases dedicated servers and associated hardware to a single customer and manages those systems on the customer's behalf. Self-hosting. It is the practice of running and maintaining a website or service using a private web server instead of using a server outside of someone's own control. For example, someone wishing to write a blog could use hosted blog services. At last, cloud hosting. It makes applications and websites accessible using cloud resources.
Pros and cons of the website development. Pros: the industry is booming with opportunity, high salary potential, and growing flexibility. It offers plenty of creative fulfillment, plenty of collaboration opportunities. Cons: there are endless new technologies to keep up with. It's a highly demanding career. It has its tedious moments. It can be an isolating job. Cost of website development. Factors affecting cost. Website type, platform and technology, website design, components and complexity, content generation, hosting and domain, security and safety, business system integration. Average cost of website development. However, on average, the cost of website design and development can range from $12,000 to $150,000 or even more. It was the situation before a couple of years, but it isn't the situation now. We can create a website without using money so easily. We created our website without any cost using the platform, Wix, Google Slides, etc.
Here in the section, we have discussed a lot about website. Now we can have a quick review. What is website development? It refers that tasks associated with creating, building, and maintaining website. We have discussed about different types of website. There are 7 types of website: personal, business, corporative, e-commerce, educational, non-profit, government, and news websites. We have also discussed about various different web development processes and about different web designing practices, and also about different web development technologies. They are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, content, CMS or content management system, database, and server. We have took a look on right platform for the website. We have discussed about different pros and cons and about the cost of website development. Importance of a well-designed and well-developed website. Importance of a well-designed and well-developed website is that it can help you form a good impression on your prospective customer. It can also help you nurture your leads and get more conversions. But more importantly, it provides good user experience and help your website visitors access and navigate your website with ease.
Here, we had discussed about what is website development, types of websites, and how to choose the right platform for the website. Now we are going to discuss the website that we built. We named our websites as Max Daily. By hearing the name, you could understand it's a Max-based website. Yes, it's a Max-based website that containing the basic formulas that are needed for doing math. We created our websites using Wix. That's all our presentation. Thank you.
Judges, we request you to give your feedback.
Over to you, Mr. Fandi.
I love the website, how it's so beautiful. I love the colors. I love the graphics themselves. I love the font that you've used. Everything is so clear on the website. It's so easy to navigate just by the look of it. I haven't used it, but it looks so easy to use just by looking at it. I generally just love it. I love the colors. I love the fonts that you've used. I love how you've organized it. It's just amazing. Apart from that, your presentation was also very detailed. I love the research that you've done. Maybe when you, what I would have recommended is instead of just taking us through the different technologies that you can use to do a website, like just mentioning JavaScript, CSS very fast. Maybe you could mention what these do, mention CSS is used for styling, JavaScript for animations, all those things. And also maybe mention how different, apart from just mentioning like the different websites that exist, like the news websites, government websites, maybe you could give us like examples. So like for a news website, maybe tell us BBC, a government website, give us like for the government of India, something of the sort. But you've done a very good job. I love your website. I love your presentation. I love the research you've done. Well done.
That was great feedback, Mr. Fandi. Thank you so much. Over to you, Ravichandran sir.
Yeah, very good thing, because educational websites do a lot of good thing to the schools, especially the students. And really appreciate that, because if you go into website, there are tons of websites these days having very good information. And in fact, I have a huge repository collected from all over. Sometime we should share that. But my question is that the blog, because most of us go into blog, creating a blog, and more than the website. So how do you look at the blog and the website part of it? Are there some more things like the blog or the website, or some more things coming up there? You should ponder more about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ravichandran. All right, over to the anchors.
Awesome work, team. Kudos to you.
Audience, it is time for the final question for the event. I'm sure you already know by now that your 2 minutes have already begun. All the best. Moving on, we have a group of logical thinkers who come with hands-on knowledge and experience of electronics and love its amalgamation with medical science. They have worked on a project on bone detection speakers. Let us welcome Leban S., Alan SS, Irfan S., Kezia George, and Akshay of 9C to the platform.
You may begin.
So good evening to 100% here. Myself, Alan, and my team, we are to present about bone conduction headphones. So first of all, let me introduce you guys to my team: Akshay, Irfan, and Kezia. Wait.
The problem statement is all about people those are having hearing issues and eyesight issues. Instead of using two devices, they can use. So we are here with a solution, but the technology that can directly send sound to the inner ear, and that technology is bone conduction.
There is both benefits and drawbacks for bone conduction headphones. So the benefits are it can be useful for people with earwax infections and who are deaf, and they can hear their surroundings. They will not have any earwax or infections, and it will be a comfortable fit for their head. But the drawbacks are it have a lower sound quality, low battery life, and it is much expensive than the ordinary headphones. And it have a leakage of sound in both directions. It can still cause hearing loss. The main drawbacks are it can cause skin issues if used for a long period of time.
So the materials reports are piezo transducers, 9-volt battery, 3.5 mm aux cable and pin amplifier, 7805 voltage regulator IC.
So here's a circuit diagram. I'll explain it real quick. So we're using a 9-volt battery, and we're using a voltage regulator to limit the voltage to 5 volts, which will be powered in the amplifier, and the amplifier will boost the audio coming from the aux cable and transmit it to the piezo transducers. So this is the prototype we built in the ATL lab with help from our mentors. So in conclusion, bone conduction headphones are a revolutionary way to listen to sound, and we have implemented it in the sunglasses, so it's more comfortable, and people with blindness can implement it to their glasses, so it can both be glasses and headphones. So our future plans are to make the design more sleek and minimalistic, and adding an SOS system, and adding support for personal assistants like Siri and Google Assistant. And we plan on adding touch controls and improve the sound quality. So that's it, guys. Thanks.
May I request the judges to give the valuable feedback?
Over to you, Ravichandran sir.
Yeah, this is a good thing and quite thought-provoking, because these days earphones, what we use, normally we use noise cancelling machines, even like Bose, which we quite audible and very accurate sounds we hear. That's really one thing. I like you to go into only one thing, which is further steps there. One is that when you amplify sound, so a small amount of sound makes a large amount of sound there. You have an amplifier there. How do you amplify light? And do you have a small, like say 5 volts light? So let's say for a 5 watts bulb, can make it as a 50 watts power. Can we do that? So just think about it. It's a thing which goes a lot into thinking. I'm just putting it out. There is more to talk about it on this. Thank you. Go ahead.
Over to you, Mr. Fandi.
I'm just completely intrigued. I didn't see this coming. I was just confused when I saw the name Bone Conduction Speakers. I expected to see you guys presenting a bone or something. That's what I was expecting. But then what you've presented is just brilliant. I do not have words for it. I am completely lost for words. I love your presentation. I wish I could have more time to ask more questions about it, to just get to learn more about it and understand it more. I also love how in your future plans, you've included matters to do with having Siri and Google Assistant to help, because I can clearly see you're trying to work with people living with disabilities. So this is also very important. And I'm just intrigued. You've done a very good job. I'm lost for words.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fandi. Over to the anchors.
Very thoughtful and innovative project team.
Moving on, we have a group that is full of compassionate folks. The life of an amputee is not easy, and this group empathizes with them. Let's welcome Sandra S., Ardra S., Dia SS, Gayatri Krishna R., and Ridwan Muhammad R. of grade 9E with a round of applause.
Arthur says that one important key to success is self-confidence. Self-confidence is a superpower. Once you start to believe in yourself, magic starts happening. Starting anything with positiveness will help you achieve success. A very warm good evening to all the new faces.
New faces?
Yes, new faces. Some of them we don't know, but we'll surely love to know. So cheers. Here, we are going to enthrall your minds with the project of robotic arm on the Hownwhy Budding Technologist 2023. Let me introduce myself. I'm Ardra S. along with my team members.
Sandra S.
Gayatri Krishna R.
Dia SS.
I'm Rudwan.
We are here representing 9. A robotic arm is a mechanical arm that is usually programmable with that of a human arm. Let us know more about it.
Many factory managers need people who are ready to risk their lives in areas where poisonous and toxic gases are emitted. But even after knowing this, some poor people work for their own selves and family survival. Shouldn't we stop that? And also, after years, they may even become a patient of a very dangerous disease like cancer, tuberculosis, etc.
We should find a solution before many more people gets into the situation because many souls have passed away till the very moment. Speaking of a solution, instead of people working on those kinds of factories that I mentioned at the beginning, we can replace people with robots. We can save more than thousands of lives if we put up this simple change.
Now let's have a look at some of the applications of the robotic arm. It's used in manufacturing, of course. Robotic arms are used in industries for assembling, material handling, and packaging, increasing productivity and reducing labor costs. In medical field these days, we find surgeons using the robotic arms for precision of procedures, making surgeries less risky and more effective.
I'm sorry, we are stuck on the same slide. Who is sharing the screen?
Sir, I'm doing the screen sharing.
Do you want to retry, or Mr. Ashwin, if we can share the screen for them?
Sir, can you see it now?
No, Gayatri, I think maybe try resharing for once.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you see it now?
Are you sharing your entire screen or are you sharing just the tab?
Sir, I'm sharing just the tab.
Can you try sharing the entire screen and then only the slideshow will work well?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you can redo that. Yeah, it is visible to us now. Yeah, please go ahead.
Now let's take a look at the structure of the robotic arm. As you can see, we've got a base, 2 arms, 5 axes, and a 2 mounting face. Now let's have a look at the requirements for a basic robotic arm. As you can see, we need servo motors, a board ESP32, power board, lithium battery, connectors, and a 3D printed body.
Machines have been replacing man in almost all genres. Let us know some of the spaces where these robotic arms can be applied. First of all, it comes under the category of agriculture sector. In this, it helps for spraying chemical pesticides, harvesting, fruit handling, and also collecting out weeds. Secondly, it comes in the nuclear power plant industry, and thus it's used for the surveillance to avoid the need of human inspection, mainly to measure radiation level and temperature. Next, in industries, it can be used to automate the process of placing goods or products into pallets. By automating the process, palletizing becomes more accurate, cost-effective, and predictable. This also frees human workers from performing tasks that present a risk of bodily injury.
Now, let us have a walk through the different advantages and disadvantages of the robotic arm. Let's begin from the advantages. In case of human beings, we may not be able to do every single job in a well-precise manner. And also, after working for a certain period of time, we get tired. Humans cannot handle hazardous materials used in laboratories, and also they're not able to adaptable to different works of environment. Now let us see the different disadvantages of the robotic arm. They require constant monitoring. If not, they may cause damage to the resources available. Robotic arms can only complete tasks that are instructed through programming. And just 5 degrees of freedom. It means that it can do motion only in 5 different directions. The instructions given to the robotic arm must be clear. If not, it may not work properly.
So now let us look at future advancements. Our robotic arm uses a technology called brain-computer interface. The neural activity in the brain is picked up by scalp sensors, then interpreted by a computer and converted into commands for the arm. This allows for precise and initiative movements, ideal for use in the medical field where extreme precision is required. Next we have medical robotic arm technology. A medical robotic arm technology is made to be portable and lightweight so that the medical personnel can utilize in different environments. To give patients a high degree of freedom and quality of life. With the help of technology, patients may operate their prosthetic limbs with just their thoughts, and surgeons can carry out extremely precise operations. Next, we have robotic manipulation technology. A robotic manipulation technology allows a robotic arm to replicate natural human arm movements. This technology enables the arm to perform tasks with precision and accuracy, making it ideal for the use in various industries. With our technology, the robotic arm can automate repetitive or dangerous tasks, increasing the efficiency and safety in various industries. And that's it. Thank you all for listening to each one of us and also for giving us opportunity to answer. Thank you.
Over to the judges.
Over to you, Mr. Fandy.
I love the teamwork that you have just portrayed as just all together. Even when the slides were not working, none of you halted to wait and see what's happening. You all proceeded. And I also just love the fact that literally shows that you know what you're coming to talk about. It's not something that you crammed, but it's something that you understand. You're able to explain it to anyone who asks just out of your head. You don't need to have content written down for you to explain it. I also love the presentation of the robotic arm, the prototype that you've shared. That was so amazing. I was having a nice time looking at it. Initially, I thought what you were presenting would be something like a prosthetic arm, not an automated one, but then this is just out of the blues that I didn't expect it, but so amazing. You've done a very good job generally as a team. I loved your presentation. I loved how you put everything into context, helped us understand different things from the industries, from people who've lost their lives, all the way to the completion. Just good job. I'm so happy.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fandy. Over to you, Ravichandran, sir.
Good presentation, really like it. And as Andy said there, I also thought that it's some prosthetic arm, but then it dealt with the basics of robots, and definitely a good presentation by all of you. Really like it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Over to the anchors.
Very thoughtful and innovative project, Team Prosthetic Arm. With that, we have come to the end of our project presentations for day 2. Thank you. I want to thank the judges for their words of wisdom that have been immensely insightful to all of us. We also thank you for your time.
Over to you, Agarsh, sir.
Thank you so much, Vaishnavi and Abhishek. Yeah, with that, we have come to the end of the project presentation. Before I share a few words that I'd like to, may I request the judges to share a few words to all these wonderful young minds of your thoughts, please do. Over to you, Mr. Fandy.
I'm a bit sad that this is over. I was having a very good time listening to the different projects that were being brought up. It's very interesting to see that young minds are able to engage such in technology this much. I had a few pointers that I just wanted to commend the students for. So the first one was, I have realized that you have very good research skills from talking about history of different things that the technological aspects that you want to bring forth, that you're presenting. You did not just attack them from the point that they are at now, but you went all the way to find out where they started from, and even to the point of seeing some certain groups citing different sources just to prove their credibility. Apart from that, I also love the presentation skills that most of you were portraying. It wasn't a matter of using the presentation slides to and just reading them word for word and waiting for the next slide to move. But most of you are using things like storytelling, talking to us like about how a burglar broke into your neighbor's house, talking about the different industries that are being affected by loss of life because of using dangerous materials and all those things. Also, I like how there was damage control whenever there was a hitch when someone was presenting the slides. None of you was hesitating or just sitting to wait and seeing what is going to happen next or panicking. You just moved on, soldiered on, like, yeah, we've been doing this for the longest time. Nothing is scaring us. That was really amazing. Also in your slides, I loved how most of you were not using so many words because that gets to be very boring, but you were using quite a lot of images to just engage us, because sometimes the words become boring. So it's rather easier to listen to you and look at the images to just give us more insight about what you're talking about. Also the diversity in topics from yesterday's topics, today's as well. It wasn't just fixated on one thing. I didn't see a lot of AI. I didn't see a lot of IoT. I didn't see a lot of animation. They were all very well represented. And this is what made me so happy. The fact that girls are very well represented in the presentations. There wasn't a few girls presenting because, you know, STEM has always been considered a men's field. And so it's very nice seeing so many girls, like seeing groups that are just very many girls and one boy, and they were doing very good job. I'm just very happy. Apart from that, I'm just so happy to have been part of the judges. Thank you so much, Akash and team, for inviting me. I would love to do this more and more. And I'm also very proud of every one of you who's presented your projects. You've done a very good job. Please keep in mind, it's not a matter of winning the competition, or I know winning is nice. It's always nice to win and just having thrill of the winning, but it's really nice what you've done. Please congratulate yourselves, each one of you, for the efforts that you've made to come to this far, for all the knowledge that you've gained. It's really amazing to see what you guys have just done. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of each one and every one of you. Thank you so much, Akash.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fandy, for your kind words. Like I said, you've been here with us for both the days, and you know, after each project, we have noticed how insightful feedback you've given to each student, very tailored to their project. It was not a generic feedback, but something which was very actionable, and I know for a fact that that'll go a long way. So thank you so much, Mr. Fandy. Over to you, Mr. Ravichandran. Please do share a few words as well.
Yeah, very good, very wonderful work and a very wonderful opportunity you gave me today. Really, thanks for this opportunity. And I have two messages. One is the awareness, the IQ level, the EQ levels, the power of speech, the power of communication, all these children have. I never had. They are about 100 times more intelligent than me. And therefore, as a boy of 14 or 15, when I compare them, they are far ahead. And even at the age of 67, when I compare their exposure, they are quite ahead there. So the world has really done a lot to them. And therefore, we should thank the Lord that they are the most blessed children in our world who had the best of the opportunities and who brought it. People like Akash, people like Ajay, Father Sebastian, and others gave this scope to them. Therefore, we should thank all of you on this. My special thanks to Vaishnavi, whose spelling I read as VY. Very good comparing, and I was good in not good in comparing, but I used to do it. I liked it always. And the last thing is the Intel Science Fair. Please go into the website and see the presentations, how they make in Intel Science Fair or other science fairs these days, which happens on your fair. Of course, we should learn different ways of doing things there. And this presentation was really good, and I really appreciate a lot of things you should gather, go ahead, much more then. I would also like to be associated with Akash and Ajay. Thanks for this opportunity. I really greatly appreciate these children because I always compare myself with them where I was and where they are. And when I see them, that the exposure, what they have got is far, far, far ahead in the world there. And therefore, we should thank all our educators, our administrators, our schools, father and others for giving and making them to come up to such levels there. Thank you so much, and really keep doing the excellent work all of you are doing, kids. Really, I appreciate, and thanks to the school and the principal and the father who had organized this, and much more to come. Really, I appreciate getting into this, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ravichandran sir. Again, thank you so much for joining us. I love how you left the students with a few things to ponder upon, and that was really insightful. And I hope that all of the students, whatever little nuggets or points that Ravichandran sir did give you, please do research it. Please do think about it as well. So thank you once again, sir. I am reminded by the AI chatbot students that how dare you forget our project, sir. So I forgot that they are yet to present their chatbot. So I just want to confirm if I'm audible, because my screen for some reason is stuck.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir, you're
All right. Thank you for confirming. So may I pass it on to the chatbot team before we proceed to the end of the program? May I request the chatbot team to come ahead and present their prototype?
Yes, sir. So can I present the view? So may I present that video?
Yes, please.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay. Okay, sir. This is my prototype. It's a chatbot, AI chatbot that I have made with the help of MIT App Inventor. It is free to use. It is available in any web browser or in the phone or PC. We can access it very easily, and we can make this app without the help without using coding. So it's very simple for a beginner also. And this is the demonstration. I'll show you. If AI said hello and I'm replying as hello, and it replies hi there, how can I help you? Like normally chatbot replies, and I'm asking a question as who is the founder of Apple? It replies the founder as Steve Jobs. Another question I asked is what is biochemistry? And it replied with a long paragraph that can understand that it explained what is biochemistry when we read it, like ChatGPT also. And I also asked what speed of light. It answered as approximately 2,299 million meters per second. And I replied as thank you. It's also like human friendly. At how we are talking with a human, it has emotion. It talking with us as emotions and or such as. I made this chatbot with the help of ChatGPT. I copied the API key from ChatGPT, and that's how I made this without any further effort. I made this chatbot.
Okay, that was really nice. Let us all clap for Aditya and team chatbot. Well done. I'm so glad that we got to see your chatbot. It was really amazing to see that. Yeah, because chatbots in every given space and in any industry, everybody has chatbots on their site. So it's good to see that young students like you can do that as well. We are proud of you. Thank you. With that, can I request, firstly, I want to thank the school authorities, because without whom this wouldn't have been possible. So for, once again, I want to thank Father Sebastian sir, Arya ma'am, Surendra ma'am, Tom sir, all of you. Thank you so much. And all the other teachers as well who supported us. Can I now request Father Sebastian sir to share a few words? Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Akash. Thank you, Pandi and Ravindra sir, Romal. We have the panel of guests yesterday and today. We are so grateful to them, spending 2.5 hours. She has been with us for almost 5 hours from yesterday. And we are so grateful to her, thankful to Hownwhy team also. This isn't a new experience for me too. I'm not true. I'm a stranger to the tech world, but these students are natives. and therefore it's easy for them. We were forced to, or we were compelled to get into such a field then, but they are all natives of the tech, and they are tech savvy also, and they could teach us something. I need to emphasize one point. Yesterday, there has been a point mentioned by that exactly might have been by Ronak, who said, how do we approach? There shall be an empathetic approach to, a human approach to the technology also. Whom are we concentrating on? Your product. What is your target group? So in that context, I would remind my students also, whenever you produce or whenever you are going to be on a product, there shall be an empathetic approach also. It's for the human beings, well-being of the human beings. That's why we are making all these things. We cannot substitute them. Human beings can have replace them. There shall be there. So all these things have helped the human beings to have a better living. That's why our priority also. And all these days, the students have been working meticulously to have this presentation here. With the present, they must acknowledge the cooperation from Hownwhy team, the mentors, Arya Ma'am, Surendra Ma'am, and our administrator Tom, Ajay, Agash, etc. And this is a cordial work. And one point I would like to mention is there is a collective effort also. This is not individual work. As I went to the tinkering lab, I happened to see the students working together. But that's my priority also. I would emphasize that too. We could teach them how to work collectively or collaboratively. If they were not working individually. And that's one thing to be highlighted also. They formed like a community-like feeling they have. And that's all from my part. Thanks again for being with us for these 2 days. And thanks to the parents also. The parents are just behind the curtains, But thanks to the parents for letting these students these days, in spite of their examinations too. We hope that we would accept all the recommendations and suggestions from the part of the judges. And once again, I need to mention Father Varghese, Romal Sir, Ravichandran Sir, then Soya, Fandi, Ronak, then Agash, Ajay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Father. Like I said, we are always grateful. It's only your blessings and your support that we could do something like this in the first place. Mr. Ashwin, I just want you to confirm if I'm audible. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry, there's some glitch at my end. Yeah. So with that, like Father was mentioning, right? The parents are behind the curtains. They are always there, and it's because of their blessings, because of their support, we have been able to take this and take this forward. So on that same note, we have a few happy parents who would like to share their feedback with us. First up, we have Nandita's mom from 8J, Ms. Parvati Ramachandran. May I have you to share a few words, please?
Yeah, good evening. It's a great delight to join you people here, and I'm so glad that I'll specifically say about Nandita's team. What I could find while they started with the project is that without we parents imposing something on them, they were sitting up in groups and they were working, and so that is a kind of difference we could find with the kids compared to the other projects and assignments they've been doing. So I have to thank the mentor and the teacher from the school who has initiated all this. I know it's a tough time with the exams, everything is going on, and I wholeheartedly share my happiness and gratitude to the school management, principal Father Sebastian, and the mentor teacher, and all the mentors out here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your kind words do mean a lot to us. Thank you so much. We also have Arundhati's mom, Ms. Deepa Naya, ma'am. Can we have you share a few words, please? Ma'am, you're on mute. If you could please unmute.
Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am, you are. Please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Okay, I was very excited to see this ATL because I've seen Arundhati doing something, Arundhati and her friends doing something different, something challenging other than exchanging memes and, doing in the Instagram thing. I've seen them conducting meetings, they were brainstorming together. They were doing some real reading, and I've seen them preparing notes and working on presentation, exchanging ideas. So I think the overall thing was very good. I thank the mentors. I thank the school for giving them this opportunity. I think in future, if you could give them a bit more, direction about, how actually do their research and how to analyze their findings and, come out with ideas. They had lots of ideas. I think they were having a number of topics that they were a bit confused, what to work on, how to work on. So I think a bit more interactive sessions were needed, but I think the timings, there was time constraint, but overall, I think as a parent, I enjoyed it very well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Deepa ma'am. Your words really mean a lot. Thank you again for the valuable feedback. Yeah, on that note, I'd also like to firstly thank again Father Sebastian for his vision that, like both the parents mentioned, right? It really takes for the school to recognize the importance of STEM-based education, transformative technology education, and to enable that and to allow that to happen in the schools, and which he and the staff at the school was kind enough for us to allow. Also, I want to take time again and thank Arya ma'am and Surendra ma'am. We know that, you've been there with us throughout on the calls and any sort of support that we ask. During the daytime, in the evening time, even after the school hours, you've been there with us, you've supported us, and it really means a lot. Without that, this wouldn't have been possible. So we recognize that and we are grateful for that. Also, Deepa ma'am just mentioned, right? Like, the students, if we would have, if we are going to go and if we could deep dive a little more, and that is what exactly we have in mind. Together collaborating with Christ Nagar, like all the judges, we had judges come from the Netherlands, the USA, Kenya, Africa, even from different cities of India. We have Ravichandran sir joining us from Chennai. I myself am joining you all from Pune. We have our team members joining from Bangalore. So, from all over, from different parts of the world, students, we have seen you, and all of us have, we agree with the point that you have just blown our minds, right? You've done an amazing job and we are really proud of it. And I know that going forward, this was just the nascent and the beginning phase of the entire program. This is just, as they say, this is just the interval, the film is yet to come. So we're actually looking forward to collaborate even closer. And in the years to come, we know that Father has the vision of developing the labs even more with advanced technologies like AR, VR, and mechatronics, etc. And we hope to do that in the near future. We also, as I mentioned couple of times, that the theme for this year was research, but going forward the students will be given the liberty to choose a topic, and there'll be a lot of innovation happening. So we hope to work even closely. This was just a small period of time that we worked with the students, but in the upcoming year, we hope to work even closely throughout the academic year with the students. And I'm sure, these were a few students of Christ Nagars. We know for a fact, and because our mentors have been to the school, we know for a fact that there are a lot of such young minds, brilliant minds, and we don't think that we have forgotten you or we have not recognized you. There is something in store for you as well. So please do not be upset, and we all look forward to it. I also want to take this moment and thank my colleagues, Mr. Ashwin, Ms. Sanisa, Mr. Sham, Mr. Hari. All of them have been brilliant mentors. Whatever you see today, or whatever that the projects have been there, I have been at the forefront here talking and anchoring, but please do not misunderstand that I have been behind all this. I have not been behind all this. These are the mentors who have been working closely with the students every day for every session. They have been training them on various different technologies, and they have been, be it morning time, evening time, they have been connecting. So I really want to thank Ashwin, Janisa, Harisham. Good job, and we're really proud of all of you. And lastly, I also want to say that, all you students, I'm sure you're excited and curious to know about the results. The results will be announced soon. We will, collate all the evaluation done by all the judges of both the days, and the results will be announced soon. But like Mr. Fandi pointed out, winning is great. Who doesn't like winning, right? But at the same time, know and recognize that all of you are winners, right? For you to do something like this, like Ravichandran sir also mentioned, us at your age, we didn't know even 1% of what you know, and even the things that you're doing, the communication, the way the professionalism showcased by you all is beyond your age. So that in itself should make you proud. You have to grab more and more opportunities, and I'm sure that we will see you and we will hear your name and we will know, oh yeah, this was a student from Christ Nagar, and the world will know you all, and I'm sure for that. So with all that said, I once again want to thank you all, congratulate you all. Tomorrow is a Sunday, and you all, if you eat non-veg, go have some good biryani and have you enjoy your weekend. And with that, I close the event. Thank you so much. Good night, sleep tight.
Thank you, sir.
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 Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Meet you again.